What's up, you guys? Long time no see. Finally back from injury. Finally feel like I could skate again without like damaging myself too bad every time I step on the board. It's been a while. I haven't posted in a long time. I've been seeing all your likes and comments and shares, and it's got me motivated. I'm back to it. I could tell that you guys really like my tutorial videos, so I decided that in order to come back, just get myself back into filming every day and skating every day, I decided we should do like a series, a tutorial series. And this series is going to be way more structured, way less random, and I'm just going to go in order from pretty much the way I started skating, the very beginning, basics of learning how to Ollie, all the way up to skating rails, flat bar rails, and skating ledges and quarter pipes. And we're just gonna go through all the basics we can to get you guys set up to, you know, advance in skating and enjoy yourselves, and just help out if you're trying to figure out a trick and you can't figure out like where to place your foot or how to turn your body. These videos are going to be a little more focused. We'll still post like short ones, but we'll have, along with the short ones, like a more long form, more in-depth one, and then I'll take your guys' questions. I'll have you guys send me videos of like, hey, I'm trying to Ollie, this is what keeps happening, and I'll give you tips and like little tricks that I do to kind of fix things, like especially Ollieing your first Ollie. It's always weird. The board might shoot out in front of you or behind you or all that stuff. So we'll start with those and we'll work our way through. And it's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to making more tutorial videos for you guys. And yeah, let's hit it. So welcome to the first video of our Learn How to Skateboard series. The first video is going to cover Ollies. This video, we're going to talk about setup. Setup is key, especially when you're learning. And then as you progress, essentially you're just going to move one foot closer and closer together with the other foot to help you with popping Ollies a little more. There's also some other techniques, but we'll break them down here. So first off, let's look at our board and I'll show you how to set up your feet. All right, so let's break down how you're gonna stand on your board. Now, the key is you're gonna have your front foot slightly behind your front bolts. This is just beginning Ollies. Slightly behind the front bolts. Your front foot also is kind of in line with the front edge of your board here. You don't want it to hang too far over when you're starting. Just keep it right here, centered on the board completely. Your back foot right on the center of the tail, right in the heart of the tail. That'll allow you to get the most pop action there. And then we'll just go to the first person view camera here. All right, so like I said, front foot slightly behind the bolts, right on the edge of the board, the front edge. Your back foot, I like to put it right in the center of the tail. As you pop, slide that foot up. This foot pops off the ground or jumps off the ground, and it should look a little bit like this. All right, once you get that down, I suggest you use grass, carpet, hold on to something to keep your balance, but you're gonna start practicing stomping this back foot down. This back foot stomps down, so you just got to get used to doing this motion. Even if you do this foot movement, you got to get used to stomping down. I know it's loud, but as you stomp that back foot, this front foot begins to slide up the board. So up the board. As soon as you hear this snap, this back foot then begins to come off the ground. Now, that motion of you popping, sliding, and lifting this back foot is going to carry the board in the air through the grip tape. The grip tape is going to be connected to your feet just from that motion, and the board should start to lift off the ground. Your first ollies are going to be very low. That's okay. You just want to get used to, even if you can just do that motion, get used to that. But I want you to hold on to something when you're beginning, because you will fall. It's gonna happen. Be ready for it. Skateboarding is dangerous, but as long as you're doing it in a safe way, you won't get hurt. So you just wanna hold on to something and work on getting that pop motion. So push down on your back foot, slide your front foot up, and lift your back foot at the same time. So you just want to get used to doing this motion. Even if it's a small little quick ollie, those are perfect for beginners. So as you go, you're just slowly going through it. We're gonna get a closer shot so I can show you the slow-mo of how that action is smooth and goes at the same time. So as you can see in those videos, in the slow-mo, as you progress, the higher you go, the more you want to bend down, crouch down. You want to keep your shoulders level as you crouch. Because if you start to lean too far forward, the board will go behind you. Too far back, it'll shoot out in front of you. So the key is just to get used to squatting, keeping your balance. It's going to be weird, especially if you're skating with looser trucks. You got to get used to being able to crouch down, sink down to your knees, and explode out while keeping your body centered over the top of the board. That's just something that comes with repetition and time. Before you know it, you'll be able to do it easy. So that's the other thing. The higher you want to go, the more you kind of want to suck your knees down. And as you pop, you're bringing your knees up to your chest. You're trying to suck those knees up, high up to your chest. Now, the higher your knees go, typically the higher that board's gonna go. So if you like go stiff leg, you're gonna have low ollies. The more you practice, the more you'll feel comfortable. Your ollie might look different than my ollie. It's perfectly fine. It's all about just repetition and starting to get that board off the ground. Once again, like I said, start on the grass or holding on to something. It'll make it a lot easier for you. And then once you start to figure that out, we'll move on. The next video, part 2, we're gonna start trying to ollie over just small things. We're gonna work our way into, or ollie while moving. But first, let's just work on our ollies. Remember, do it on grass, somewhere soft. Or hold on to a ledge, the back of a sturdy like bench, just something sturdy so you can maintain your balance and just get used to that board popping, you sliding that foot up and getting that board off the ground. But yeah, that's just the very first video of the ollie trick tips. We're gonna go through an entire week of breakdowns. I'm gonna post just short snippets. So like if you need a refresher, where do I place my feet? I'll do that. Or or what's the motion I need to do? You can rewatch the slow-mo videos. And then once again, I'll put that all in the long form video. So this is just flat ground ollies without moving, how to do them. All right, and I'll see you guys next video.